Lepisto's got it with 1:15 on the clock for overtime. Lepisto in front of the Columbus net. He'll lead the rush out to center ice. Then he lifts the puck down ice to the right wing corner Hawk zone. Hjalmarsson and Upshaw battle there. Hjalmarsson wins the battle, moves the puck up the left wing to Taves, over to Brent Seabrook at center ice on the right wing, crossing the jacket line, got some room in the high slot, floats it away to the left wing corner to Taves. It's batted off his stick right to Upshaw. 53 seconds left in overtime, 3-3. Upshaw clears to center ice for Voracek. He lost the puck over the center ice circle. Patrick Kane picks it up, wheels in over the jacket line left wing, now cuts across the high slot. Kane now takes the puck around to the top of the right circle. Sends it to the left point, Campoli. Campoli now down to the left half boards. Took the puck to the corner. He fed it across to the slot. Picked off by Hayes into the line, not out. Seabrook drives one from the blue line. That deflects off of Upshaw's stick and up into the protected netting behind the Blue Jacket net and out of play. 29 seconds left in overtime. 3-3 the score.
Face-off coming inside the Columbus zone to the left-hand side of Matthew Garon. I'm going to face off here. I don't know, somebody calling a timeout. Joe Quenville is calling a timeout here. Give his top players a rest. Probably get Jonathan Taves back out there. Maybe Patrick Kane looking for that 4-on-4 goal before they get into a shootout situation where everybody knows anything can happen. And you get in that shootout situation, you got to take an effect that, Matthew Garon, as you mentioned, a right-handed catching goaltender. You don't know a whole lot about him, but, if you look at a guy like Patrick Kane, likes that signature backhand move. He's going top glove on the goaltender, so it's a different look for the guys coming down there. I think it gives a left-handed shooter a better opportunity. Top glove is something that everybody likes to shoot in the shootout situations. You come down there, I was always a right-handed shooter and look for those high glove saves, just drift a little bit away and just have a different perspective. Left-handers, I think, get an advantage shooting strength to strength.
Well, you also have to remember, Troy, that Matthew Garon back in the 06-07 season was the best shootout goaltender in the National Hockey League for the Edmonton Oilers at that time. He actually won a game from the Blackhawks during that season.
Yeah, the Oilers got into the postseason that year, didn't they, because of their shootout record.
He was 10-0 at one point. The draw won by the Hawks. Taves fed the blue line to Keith. To Kane, right circle. Vermette's lost his stick. Kane feeds it back to the high slot to Keith. He fires. That's into Umberger's skates. Look out. Here come the Jackets the other way. Umberger through center ice over the Hawk line. Right wing. Fed it down the slot. There's a shot. Turned wide by Crawford. And Vermette got the shot away. Crawford got a piece of it, knocking it wide. Get a whistle stopping play with 11.7 left on the clock for OT. 3-3 is the score. And the Blackhawks net had been dislodged.
He's going to come out into the neutral zone. It was one of the Blue Jacket players he skated by there. Was that a situation where Vermette was given a stick that wasn't his stick on the bench? And maybe just kind of didn't have the right lie or the right length of stick as he went in there.
By the way, Vermette never got a shot away from our angle. It looked like he did, but he never got a shot away.
No,
the puck rolled off his stick. My mistake. 11.7 on the clock for overtime. Face-off just outside the Hawk line at center ice. Ryan Johnson, who has been a stud all night on face-offs, facing off against Antoine Vermette. This time Vermette wins the draw. Back to Hayda. Quick pass over to Mathot, right wing at center ice. Stripped of the puck by Hossa to Ryan Johnson. The Hossa jacket line left wing to Ryan Johnson. All he can do is stick it down the boards as time elapses here in overtime. And the teams have played 65 minutes. They're going to decide this hockey game in the shootout. The Blackhawks in shootouts are 5-5. Columbus 5-7. The final shots on goal for the game favoring Columbus 34-29. Shots on goal sponsored by Ontario, Canada. Yours to discover.
Well, here it is. Huge 2 points on the line for the Blackhawks shooters. Corey Crawford has been excellent in this hockey game. The only guy who's really been good top to bottom throughout the whole 65 minutes. There's been some spurts. Good start to this hockey game where the Blackhawks got off to a 2-0 lead. Patrick Kane and Seabrook. Seabrook's goal on the Citgo Petroleum power play, but the Columbus Blue Jackets 3 consecutive goals to take the lead late in the third period. 2 of those coming off deflections. Nothing that Corey Crawford could do, and the big goal by Brian Bickle with just over 5 minutes to go, a 17th of the season, put this into the overtime frame. Some good chances for both teams in the overtime frame. No goals. Now they'll go into the shootout.
And as I said, Matthew Garon historically had been a very good goaltender in shootouts. This season he's 1-2. Meanwhile, Corey Crawford even Steven at 3-3. The Blackhawks shooters, now remember, they're not going to have available Patrick Sharp because he is injured. Sharp was only 1 for 7 so far on the season in shootouts, but they will have Victor Stahlberg, Jonathan Taves, Patrick Kane, Marian Hossa, and then the rest of the crew that's here tonight. I would like to see maybe Michael Frolik get his first shootout opportunity as a member of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Well, the Blackhawks shootouts have not gone very deep. They've either won or lost. I mean, there's not a whole lot of shooters. You mentioned the names there: Stahlberg, Taves, Kane, Sharp, Hossa, and Brouwer. The only guys who have taken shots in the shootout situation this year, so you haven't gone deep into any round. The Columbus Blue Jackets, I think, lost a game up in Vancouver at the start of their 5-game losing streak that really kind of took them out of the push in the playoffs. 16 rounds they went up in Vancouver before it was decided.
It's quite a lengthy shootout, too. The Blackhawks have had some lengthy ones themselves last season, most notably. 9 rounds. One went, I believe, 16 rounds. Brent Seabrook won one of those games. I can't remember which. I think it was the 16-round shootout, his only shootout attempt. He was 1 for 1. Now, to start it off for the Columbus Blue Jackets is going to be a guy by the name of Maxim Mayorev.
1 for 1.
He's 1 for 1 with the game-deciding goal for Columbus in their last shootout.
And the hard thing is Corey Crawford probably has no idea what this kid likes to do, because we certainly don't. This is only his 12th career game in the National Hockey League, 5th this season for the Blue Jackets.
Well, here's Mayorov. He's ready. He picks up the puck at center ice. Carries it in over the Hawk line down the right wing side. Now cuts across the high slot and shoots. Blocker save is made by Corey Crawford.
Jonathan Taves, no doubt, will come on first. It's the way Joe Quenneville always starts it. Yes, it is the captain on the bench, or off the bench.
Jonathan Taves, so far this season, he's the Blackhawks' best shooter in shootouts, 5 for 10. And in his career, 19 for 36. Taves is ready, standing at the Hawk blue line. Has to get the nod from the linesman and the referee to get her going here. And he is ready. And now he gets the nod. Taves picks up the puck at center ice. Carries it in over the jacket line. Taves down the slot. Digs and shoots. And he never got a clean shot away. He tried to take the puck to the left side of the Columbus net and find the top corner, but I believe Matthew Garan might have gotten a piece of that. We get a look at the replay here. No, it just rolled off of Taves' stick.
Off the stick, but that's one of those things, though. You know, Jonathan Taves comes in there and he usually has a pretty good idea of what he wants to do. Kind of looked a little bit confused in whether he was going to shoot or make the deke, and just kind of flipped up on him. Maybe that comes into effect. The different catching hand of the goaltender Matthew Garan compared to most goaltenders.
Thomas Kubalik with his first NHL shootout attempt takes the puck at center ice, in over the Hawk line, down the slot. He shoots, and Corey Crawford makes a butterfly save. So still no score in the shootout. And the next shooter for the Hawks, so predictable you could put it in the game notes, Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane,
we'd love
3
to
for
have
9.
one here. Sorry, John. Get on the board right now. Put the pressure on the last shooter. Scotty Arniel, the young coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets, going with 2 guys that have no familiarity for the Blackhawk goaltender, Corey Crawford.
Okay, Patrick Kane picks up the puck at center ice, carries it in over the jacket line, racing down the slot, Deeks, and shoots. Oh, what a sprawling save by Garan. He actually skated out, did Garan, about 5 feet ahead of the crease, and then sort of drifted back and got his left pad on that Kane shot, denying him. Still no score in the shootout.
Yeah, Kane, you know, he wanted to get this puck up, and he didn't. It kind of slid off his blade as he was shooting. He always goes top shelf on his backhand there, and he kind of shook his head. He knows that maybe he had a real good golden opportunity to get that upstairs and into the net, but just couldn't raise it.
Nako Voracek 0 for 2 this season, but 3 for 11 in his career. He's the next Columbus shooter. He takes the puck at center ice, carries it in over the Hawk line, down the slot, Deeks, and shoots. Crawford knocks it wide with a cheater portion of his glove. So the Hawks can win it right here, and it's going to be Victor Stahlberg. His only shootout attempt of his career was a game winner down in Atlanta earlier this season. Stahlberg can get the extra point for the Hawks right here. We'll find out what he does. He takes a long look at the Columbus net, and he is poised and ready between the circles, Hawk end. So this is it.
Yeah, boy, this is ever big. At this point, I never did have a shootout, but I'd be hiding under the bench hoping the coach didn't tap me on the shoulder.
Stahlberg takes it at center ice, races into the jacket zone for the win. Deeks, and she scores! Hawks win! Hawks win! Victor Stahlberg with his second game-deciding goal in shootout gives the Hawks the win over the Blue Jackets here tonight in Columbus. The final score in shootout, 1-0 Hawks. The final score of the hockey game, 4-3 Chicago Blackhawks. Whoa, man. They had to fight tooth and nail all the way through to the last shot of the hockey game to get this win, but they got a crucial point in their playoff chase. Wow.
Yeah, big. And Corey Crawford deserves a big pat on the back from everybody on his team, because the team did not play like a team that was desperate for points in the Western Conference. Victor Stahlberg gets it done. They fought hard. They got it done. You get the 2 points, you move on. But, boy, there wasn't a whole lot in this game that was positive for the Blackhawks. A little backhand move that finds its way past Matthew Garon for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Probably disheartening. A real good, solid effort in this game. Probably deserved better than to lose this one in the shootout. But for the Blackhawks, win the season series 4-2. You take the 2 points. Don't want to be too negative, but you better be a lot better when you play the next game. And that next game is going to be Sunday night, 6 o'clock puck drop against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Well, with the win here tonight, the Blackhawks pick up the 2 points, as you mentioned, Troy. Now have 92 and a 5-point bulge on the Dallas Stars and Calgary Flames, with the Calgary Flames playing here tonight, but we'll pass along news of their score in just a little while. One quick thought before we send it away for the break. Stahlberg on his shot raced into the Jackets zone. He didn't casually carry the puck in. He was moving full flight toward the Jackets net, Troy, and I believe that threw Matthew Garon off just enough so he could squeeze that shot past him.
Kane went in as fast as I've seen him, too. He came in with a lot of speed. Normally he kind of comes in there a little bit more reserved, but he used his jets as well. Maybe they had some kind of scouting report that you'd be able to do that, get him off his line a little bit. Stahlberg finds a way to get it in, and for the Blackhawks, the magic number against the Dallas Stars is 7. The Calgary Flames, I think it was 3 or 5, I think it was, coming into this one, was 9 against the Stars. The Calgary Flames at the end of the second period are down in St. Louis 2-1 to the Blues.
Wow, that could be the end for them. You just never know. But anyway, it's big for the Hawks here tonight as they beat the Columbus Blue Jackets. 4-3 was the final. Troy and I will be back to tell you about it right after this break. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.